and we're racing again at Stafford.
Labonte got a really nice jump off turn 4, and Labonte's going to be he hasn't won a main yet, and he's looking to win this weekend.
It's been awfully close. 5 straight top 5 finishes for Bobby Labonte. A little contact back there. Marco Andretti with a little nip on the left rear corner of the Paul Tracy car. You ride with PT. Up ahead, Michael Waltrip looking to the inside of Ryan Newman. Waltrip in that royal blue car. Newman to his outside. Too wide, turn 1. Andretti and Tracy with a little bump much behind them, but everybody gets away okay.
Bobby Cool Hand Labonte. And he's starting to put a little space in between him and, is that Deegan?
Second place is Bill Elliott.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Tony Stewart's 3rd, Justin Marks 4th, Michael Waltrip 5th, Ryan Newman is 6th. We saw Greg Biffle get Matt Hirschman a little sideways coming off of turn number 4. That's Biff in the gold car, Hirschman in the patriotic color. And this is from Haley Deegan's visor cam.
You watch her work that steering wheel, right? And all she's trying to do is get the front and the rear to balance with each other. Don't spin those rear tires center to exit. Just keep.
That's Biffle and Hirschman that I mentioned a minute ago. All right.
That was some contact there.
That's the difference between Robbins racing and knock you around.
Yep. Yep.
So Bobby Labonte leads. Yeah. Bobby Labonte leads. Talked about Bobby had his hands full. Of course, Matt told you the story in a crash on Wednesday night in his modified at Caraway Speedway in North Carolina. Spent most of the night at the emergency room getting all the x-rays and things done. Nothing broken and so on. But he's racing with that hurt right hand here at Stafford tonight.
He's leading the race. He feels no pain.
That's for
when
sure.
You're out front, you don't feel any pain. All you see is trying to win that thing.
Just behind them, it's Bill Elliott and Tony Stewart. There's Elliott in purple and Tony Stewart in red. Michael Waltrip behind them in 4th. Checking our Whoop Live telemetry. Bobby Labonte. Want to burn some calories? Jump in a race car. It'll do it.
If you want to lose LBs fast, get in one of those things. Last year, I was losing 5 to 6 pounds every race.
Every SRX race.
Every race. I was so skinny, I looked like Twiggy when the season was over.
You've never looked like Twiggy. Paul Tracy, just a little nip on the back bumper of Ryan Newman to pick up a spot. So PT up to 6th and Newman back to 7th. Remember, the SRX crew had to basically completely rebuild Tracy's car after a rough Saturday night in South Boston, Virginia a week ago.
Well, you and I were at the drivers' meeting. You heard what Don Hawk said. You guys are going to have to work on your own cars if you keep beating them up.
I don't know that I heard Don say that tonight as the caution flag comes out as we approach the midway point of this heat, but I understand the theory behind that.
Well, I'm sure he was thinking that.
Stop tearing up my cars. Isn't that what Tony Stewart said last week? Well, that's Robbins racing, but not torn up. Midway through heat race number 2 tonight here in Connecticut.
Our passion for protecting vehicles started in 1930.
right behind me, you see those roller coasters? That used to be Riverside Park Raceway, which was little brother to Stafford Speedway. In 1949, they built a racetrack there because the dance hall burnt down. You know, I was just over at Riverside Park, right? Watching the roller coasters. Tell me about what it was in those days.
The fact of the matter is that once Riverside Park, which before it became Six Flags, was the center of speed for Saturday night racing. There's no question about it. It was one of the most unique quarter-mile racetracks in the country.
Ben Dodge, a New England racing treasure, sitting in the announce booth two doors down to our left. And Riverside Park was an amazing atmosphere, right? Amusement park on the Midway during intermission, modified racing by the river at night. It was awesome. Here they come back to the green flag as Bobby Labonte with Bill Elliott to his outside has led his first laps in SRX competition. As steady and as solid as he's been this heat race, for the first time Bobby's been out in front of an SRX race. He's got Bill Elliott trying to hang tough to his outside now.
Oh, Elliott got a good run. Uh-oh, here comes Tony Stewart.
Stewart in red rolling on the bottom. He'll get second from Elliott.
And Tony, in that first heat, he just kept getting stronger and stronger. And that's Tony Stewart. I mean, he can run like a machine. He's just a robot driving the car, and he doesn't make any mistakes. He's smooth. He doesn't beat the tires up, and he'll let the race come to him.
Stewart now chasing Labonte in second. You saw Michael Waltrip get by Bill Elliott. Paul Tracy just did also. Now Marco Andretti trying to follow PT through the bottom lane. That's Marco in orange.
You know, this heat, the second heat, is how you finish, is how you're going to start the main. So
it's the average of the two heat finishes, right?
Right.
So
right.
It's important if you were toward the back of the first one, you push your way through.
You want to get to the front, so you get a good starting spot for the main.
Watch the white gloves in PT's car. There's Marco also with the white gloves there.
Well, you know, they wore those white gloves for us.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jackson used to wear white gloves in the concert.
Was that for us too?
That was, so you could actually see those hands move.
I just want to know if drinking some of that spring water's made the hair grow on your head again yet. Just checking. You got that hat on. I can't see.
It works.
It will. Okay. You knew I wasn't going to let that go. Come on. Stewart trying to chase down Labonte. Talk to Tony about his busy schedule. He's been, there's Ryan Newman on Bill Elliott. This would be for 6th position. Bill struggling a little bit with the handling of that 9 car. Greg Biffle will try and follow him through. Oh. That's a close-up view of a fender crunch.
You know, I'd like to have a counter, and I would like to do a counter for every time the drivers bump each other, right? Whether front, rear, sideways, and whoever bumps the most wins an award, the bumper award, right? But you can't take the guy out; you just bump him.
Or they may win the right, like you said earlier, to build their own race car back again.
Okay, spoiler.
Well, you know. Top 3 as we get down to the final minute of heat race number 2. So let's see. Labonte finished 11th in heat race 1. Stewart finished 9th and in position here in 2nd. He may be in pretty good shape. I'll tell you who's going to have a great starting spot for the main is Paul Tracy. Finished 6th in the first race. He's running 4th now.
the beer baron, Michael Waltrip. He's working. He is really pretty strong on Stewart.
As Waltrip in the blue car running in third place. Final lap, heat race number 2 here at Stafford Motor Speedway tonight. Labonte in white, Stewart in red. Enough room for smoke to make a last corner lunge? No, and Bobby Labonte gets his heat race win tonight. Bandaged hand and all. Labonte came up to Stafford, ran his modified in the track's famed Spring Sizzler at the end of April. Kind of got knocked around.